this is being released after AX, so you should have just announced your newest project.
True.
Yes. At the time of recording, we have no idea what it is, but it's public now. So do you want to tell us more about that?
Yeah. So the IP that we're working on is an original IP that is called Soulmart. And it is the way I've described it, it's like Cyberpunk Edge Runners meets Dandadan.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Say less.
Yeah.
Very chaotic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So it's a cyberpunk world where nobody knows this yet, but in the back end, demons have figured out a way to buy souls through capitalism. So there's demonic products where if you buy it, you technically sell a part of your soul without realizing it. And one of those products is an energy drink called awake.exe. And it is like how you reach for that.
Prime?
No. That's well, maybe next time they have interest. But yeah, that is what the main character Kiaru ends up drinking to stay awake and do his whole thing.
Yeah.
And finds out that basically he has a countdown until the next time he has to drink it or he dies.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And because he's drinking it, he can't fall asleep. So he's going to be just awake perpetually until he figures out how to break this curse.
Fucking hell.
And that's what the story's about. So he ends up meeting like this demon hunter girl who has no idea what the fuck she's doing. But she's trying to be helpful because nobody knows that demons exist except she's like been insisting on it.
Right.
And then they find a demon and then they go on an adventure to figure out who actually, how to break the curse basically.
Sick.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
Hell yeah, dude. That sounds dope.
That sounds sick.
Yeah. It's an action comedy / horror. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Dope.
And you have a trailer we can watch?
We should. Yeah.
I want to see. Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm down.
I want to see this.
So this trailer would have been played at AX at this time, right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, back to work.
Actually, Mr. Rita, demons do not exist.
What the hell is that?
You're out of time, sweetheart.
Yeah. Hello, beloved customer. Please refrain from breaking and entering.
Why is there a countdown on me?
You drank our newest product, didn't you? Soon you'll be sleeping permanently.
Oh, shit.
And your soul will be out.
Gotta have some fight stuff.
Yeah, gotta have some fights.
Sign the receipt.
So, if I fall asleep, I die.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't worry, I'll save you. I'm a demon hunter.
What kind of demon hunter is scared of demons?
Salt! Demons are weak to salt!
Now, you're gonna tell me how to break this curse.
Wanna know? Why don't we strike a deal?
My dad said never to strike deals with demons.
I got it. Talk to me, you little shit!
Okay, I'll talk. When you pick the curse, you'll have to bring it up with upper management.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, put me down. Hey, guys, where's he taking me?
Sick.
Damn.
I love how you didn't forget to put a cat in.
I just realized that.
So true.
Dude, that looks
branding.
fucking awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's sick,
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
Thank you,
Fuck
thank you.
yeah, man.
Well, hopefully people at AX love it too.
Yeah.
When do you think it's gonna come out? When,
I can't
No-
say
no
an
rush?
exact date.
okay.
Right,
you
yeah.
have to tell me, you have
It'll
to
come
tell me.
out when it comes
but
out.
when it's ready. Yeah,
Yeah.
when it's ready.
So how long have you been working on this?
At least a year. So we've been writing it for a while. We have like the whole first season. And we're actually working on a webcomic as well.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that'll probably come out first, probably later this year.
Right.
And then the anime will come out after that. Yeah.
Fuck. I got to ask.
Yeah.
So because, we both announced our project at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm so curious what everyone's creative process is.
Yeah.
What was your where did you even start with this? Like, what was your inspirations? How the fuck did you start with everything? I want to know it all.
Yeah. Honestly, like the idea is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Like when you first try to figure out what direction you want to go.
Yeah.
So for me, it kind of goes back to what I said about like fight choreography. I just listened to music. So much music. I was like, what kind of songs give me like the most kind of inspiration or like really hit that exact emotional target that I want to reach for the story?
Holy shit, bro. Same, man. You're speaking to my soul.
Let's go. Yeah, it helps so much.
I actually have a playlist of the same playlist of songs that I listened to as I was writing my project.
Yes,
So-
dude. Oh my God. I have like 2 songs specifically, or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
2 to 4 songs. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I just put that on loop, and I'm like, okay,
Oh my god!
I'm just gonna
Sydney
listen.
actually was like, "Can you stop listening to these fucking songs, please? I've heard this.
I'm creating. Shut up.
Yeah, it's part of the process. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
No, it helps a lot, but it is very repetitive. So, yeah,
Honestly,
honestly,
do you do this thing where you listen to a song and you're like, I know the exact scene this goes to,
oh yeah,
and you're like writing the scene as you listen to the song?
yeah.
Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I thought I was the weird one because like when I was little, I used to listen to like certain songs,
Yeah.
and I would imagine anime openings that would go with.
Dude, yeah.
that's how it starts.
It's the same thing. It's literally the same
I'm like,
thing.
oh, I can see like in this pause, like there's like a close up
Yeah.
shot or like action scene here and blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was the weird one for doing
because
that.
like
Nah.
such like there are shows that are like such big inspirations to me, like Foolie Coolie, for example.
Yeah.
Where it's just like there are so many shows where to me I personally really value music. Like I mean that's why I got Kevin on my project.
Yeah.
and I wouldn't like settle for anything less. It's because for me that tells as much as much of the story in some places where it can speak when characters don't speak. And it can get you into like the mood and zone for the exact emotions that you want to convey in the certain scene. And yeah, like shows like Foolie Coolie, Zanki no Terra, shows like that where music plays such a big part was a big part of my creative process as well, as I'm finding out it's yours as well.
Yeah, yeah. I would say like the music for sure is half of the storytelling.
Yeah.
Like you can't underestimate it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Then how do you find the music, or how do you find someone to help you make the music, or do you do it yourself, or?
I mean, I do compose music, but I haven't done it for any of our projects yet.
Yeah.
I just kind of do it for fun. But the musicians we work with are fantastic. So I've worked with a couple that are just they've been with us for a while. For
Really
like
easy to work with. Someone.
Yeah.
who's
Yeah, they're
actually gonna be
fantastic.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you find a musician that you feel like really resonates with like the vision for the project, and they do that multiple times in a row, and I'm like, we're working together.
You're coming with me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's yeah.
As someone who doesn't make things that sound hard like these, at what point does the idea go from being like, that would be cool to I'm actually going to try and make this happen now? Like, what is there like a point where it ticks over where you're like, I think I have enough of an idea where I can start to flesh this out a bit? Or is it you're always fleshing out everything until it's ready, then you're like, okay, let's go for it?
That's a great question. I think honestly it has to do with, because I'm outside of the creative side, I'm also very practical. So like if I don't have a way that I know that like this piece of art is actually going to be viable in some way,
Right.
then I don't really flesh it out as much as I should.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So like for this show, for example, it was after we got like the webcomic started that I was like, okay, I can really pursue this. And we developed like the entire season, all the characters and everything as much as possible. But we had the idea before that too. But it was just like I had like 1 out of like 10 ideas I was considering, and I was like, which one has like the most like I guess like foundation for like a really really good project for this particular medium. And I was like, okay, we'll do that one. It'll be a fun action comedy. I love action comedy.
Yeah.
And it worked out that way.
Yeah, I feel like action animation is always inherently going to do better on like an online platform.
Oh, true.
Because I think a big way that modern anime or modern shows get spread around is just cool looking sequences. Honestly, a lot of the times.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
Dude, Demon Slayer episode 19 was insane. Like people, I didn't think Demon Slayer was actually doing that well at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Like the first season, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's really pretty. But then like when that episode came out, it was everywhere. Like I saw it everywhere.
It blew up overnight because I remember I was watching
Yeah.
Demon Slayer as well back then, and I was like, like the same. I was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It went from like nobody really watching it or nobody really publicly talking about it, at least in the Western sphere, to suddenly it was everywhere. Anime of the year, anime of the decade. One episode changed everything.
Yeah.
Broke world records for the theater
movie.
release.
Yeah. Ninja talked about it, and everyone was like, "Yo,
I remember that.
Oh, that's too much. Oh
I
god.
hate that when you
Went
started
too far.
talking about it, I literally thought, I remember Ninja tweeting about it. And that was like, everyone was like, oh God, no, he's talking about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was the time when anime was just like, it was still people knew about anime, but not many people were in like
That's
the
true.
mainstream sphere.
Yeah,
like,
they weren't as
people.
open about it publicly.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's so true. Yeah.
Well, yeah, what was the biggest anime before then in the Western world?
Probably
Maybe
One Punch Man, Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Attack on
True.
Titan was
Attack on Titan.
Attack on
big,
was too.
but
Yeah.
not as big
a little
as.
too complicated.
Yes, yeah.
Too many politics.
Too much politics going on.
Yeah.
So, what made you choose this project specifically? Was it just the action comedy aspect, or was there anything else?
Oh, yes. Good question. So from a story perspective, the themes in particular, I felt like were really relevant to today because it is it talks about hypercapitalism. It talks about people not really fitting into like the current system of how things work. Because I think a lot of people, especially like the younger generation going into the workforce, don't really feel like they quite belong. There's so many things that are just like they feel weird, like the corporate culture and stuff like that. The demons in this show are corporate, so they all have roles and like manager roles and like ties and stuff, and they're very like uptight about that stuff, which is fun. But it's kind of like it has this theme of like it's okay not to fit into this particular structure and like this world that we have right now, and to try to carve out a place for yourself. And that's kind of what the two main characters are trying to do because they don't fit in at all.
Yeah.
One of them is like a history graduate. Never got a job. The other one is like a graffiti artist who is being forced to become a police officer because his dad is like a detective, and he doesn't want to go down that path. So it's a very like I think relatable story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to ask you this because it got asked to me as well
Okay.
several times.
Okay.
So what's the business plan? How are you making money for this? How are you funding this?
Merch. So much merch. Yep, that's the story. That's it. That's all I gotta do.
I mean, the character designs and everything, and the wall looks so sick.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at it through my like merch brain, and I'm thinking like, oh yeah, we can make a lot of cool stuff. out of that.
yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Did
Yes.
Boiis unintentionally fund the start of this as well?
The part of it, yeah. Yeah. They helped a little bit for sure.
Yeah.
Did a couple good projects. Yeah.
Same daddy. Thank you,
Same
daddy.
day.
Thank you,
Yes,
daddy.
Daddy Boyo.
Yes.
For funding 2 projects now.
Yeah. But big shout out to Katakabo too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're helping out a lot, and that's gonna be really, really cool to work with them.
Yeah, I mean, when I heard you were like signing on for Geeks Plus, I was like, yeah, I'm excited because you do some exciting stuff. So
Thank you.
I am very, very excited to see how this project kind of like evolves as time goes on.
Yeah.
Is the goal to eventually just be doing kind of like all original animations and kind of,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
To be able to do whatever you want.
Yeah, that is the goal for sure. Like, if the studio itself can exist solely on its own IPs, not only is that like more fun for everybody, but also I think it's just a better business model.
Sounds a lot like Trigger. It reminds me of Trigger
Yeah.
a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, how they
Yeah.
do it. They kind of like.
Well,
yeah.
also like I feel just on the YouTube landscape as well, like animation, especially indie animation, is kind of coming back in a really strong way. Like if you look at like Glitch, for example,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
they absolutely changed they basically brought back animation on YouTube.
Yeah.
Almost single-handedly.
I agree.
And then I don't know if you've seen their like new show, the new pilot.
Is that
they released.
Gaslight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
It's so pretty, dude.
It's so pretty.
It's crazy. I don't even know how
But
they did.
there's like, it's kind of like, I guess for a lot of like these indie animators, it's almost like brought them a little bit of hope of like, oh, now the avenue is actually back open again.
Yes.
Yeah.
In a cool
I
way.
mean, I think
Yeah.
like it's good because when there is a something that blows up this much, these companies are like scrambling to find the next one.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
they end up being like, money, please, just
Yeah.
make another this. Can you make this?
Yeah.
Can you make something that makes this much money? Yeah. And then, they'll, it's the same thing that happened with, do you ever watch Bluey?
yeah.
Yes.
So apparently, like, Bluey is, I cannot, like, I don't know, maybe we can get some kind of information. Bluey is so disgustingly big, like, as a show.
It's huge. Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking massive.
It is dwarfing anything. Nothing is even close to it in terms of popularity.
It's got a 9.3 on
I
IMDb.
think
That's crazy.
Can you Google how much did Disney pay to be able to stream it? So Disney doesn't make it, but Disney
Okay.
paid to get it on their platform, and they paid an ungodly amount of money.
Right.
And it is so like Bluey is so popular, in fact, that like people when kids would go to Disneyland, they would get fucking upset apparently, and this is a problem in Disneyland because there was no fucking Bluey there.
Oh,
because they don't own Bluey.
Right.
They just have the streaming rights. 145 million a year, is that? What the fuck? I don't know.
No, maybe go back.
no.
Yeah,
There was some kind of news reports about it, but it was like it was an 2 billion.
2 billion.
Yeah, it's like, and apparently Disney and other companies were, because it's an Australian animation, apparently they were just going around trying to find Australian animation studios to make children animations. Because they were like, this is the key, being Australian, clearly. Apparently they were just throwing money at different animation companies to try and get another Bluey.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
so funny.
if you think that like this could be like worth 2 billion,
Yeah.
you know, if you're Disney, okay, I've got a couple of billion we could throw around.
Well,
how many
Glitch
things
was
do you-
also is
Yeah.
this also Australian?
They're
right?
also Australian.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
So how?
yeah.
And so when people,
so Smiling Friends.
yeah,
Yeah, that's not
true.
Maybe it is the
Wait a
secret
minute.
sauce. Well, hold on.
Hold up.
Wait.
Oh, shit.
And
Let's go,
obviously,
Aussie.
A lot of the business plan is, hey, if we fund 100 different animations and one of them turns into Bluey or Glitch or whatever, it's like you've made your money.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so true.
Totally.
It's I think a lot of these companies. So it's good. It's good. It's good
Yeah.
that there's finally the interest is being paid to animation.
Shit, I gotta
that it
move to
deserves.
Australia. If that's where the money's going.
If you were to label yourself as Australian animation, Disney would be on the door right now. Both of you. You fucked up. Ask Joey to be the leader.
Oh, my God.
You fools!
I will represent you.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, could you imagine? You're like, it must be the country.
Yeah.
Something in the
They've
water.
just done it right down there.
The pattern recognition brain is just like,
yeah.
We figured it out.
It's so stupid. I mean, it's good. It's good that there's more money in animation.
Yeah.
It's good that there's
yeah.
more projects being funded, and you know, it's good. It's good to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Joey, you were in an indie animation as well, weren't you?
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
I
What?
Yeah, I was in an animation called fuck, I forgot the name of it already.
Oh wait, the one we spoke Japanese?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something murder. Yeah, that was which was also an Australian production.
I know it. Yo,
Oh my god, what was the name of it?
I know what you're talking about. I
I'm
forgot
so
the name of it,
sorry,
too.
my mind is blanking right now. I will look
it
it up.
does
You
have
look
the
like
word murder.
Sasuke in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm my character's called Sosuke. So it's not quite.
Amazing.
Oh, The Art of Murder. That's the
Yeah.
Art of Murder.
I remember
The
seeing
Art
that
of
one.
Murder.
That was sick.
Yeah.
That was also an Australian
Chocolate chip
chip animation.
Ah,
They're
yeah,
also
yeah,
they're also Australians.
That looks so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'm the guy on the top left there.
Oh yeah, that's a Sasuke.
Well, hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully get some funding.
And yeah, that did really well too. I think the first episode got like 2 million views,
Yeah.
2.5 million views, something like that.
That's good.
Yeah, so it did really, really well. Yeah, but like just they got 2.6 million. But yeah, like just seeing that and just like all these like new indie animations cropping back up and it actually getting like a pretty widespread recognition as well on an algorithm that is still not fit for animation. I think it's just telling that people just fucking love animation.
Well,
on
I
YouTube.
think that's
Like,
right. They've become like the episodes, right? Like 20 minutes. Like I
Yeah.
think that's been proving quite successful.
Oh, totally.
Because merch has kind of made a lot of things possible now. I think like because before, you know, it was really hard to make merchandise.
Yep.
And that was, it's become a lot easier.
Yeah.
So I think
Totally.
that's kind of financially at least made it more viable.
Absolutely.
Obviously
Yeah.
for yourself as well.
Yeah. And when
Yeah.
you make an IP like this, it's like you can open up the avenue for merch as well, which can be hard if you're sometimes if you're just like a fucking face cam YouTuber or something. You're just like,
True.
all right, how do I market me? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put your face on a bunch of t-shirts. Yeah, easy.
But that's why VTubers just have like the fucking
True.
easiest life hack of all time. Because
exactly.
they can be themselves and also they are their own product, which looks good aesthetically as well.
Yeah.
Why do you think I made my own avatar back in the day? I was like, ain't no one gonna buy a shirt with this face
Oh
on it.
man, I wish I thought that far ahead. Holy shit.
I mean, yeah, I didn't make much until I got the little monkey design.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
The monkey's
It just
cute.
works.
It makes it
Yeah.
so much easier to make stuff.
Absolutely.
Because I don't want to have my face on something.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, I've been a VTuber for a long time.
Yeah,
Actually,
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was also the main reason. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is gonna be way easier to do like anything branding related with.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
You're exposing your face on this show.
Technically, yeah. I don't really show my face on my channel, but I have been recently, to be fair, a little bit more. But like I show my face in other places, like other channels. Like I don't.
Yeah, you're not trying to hide it or anything.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
just
not
like,
trying to-
No, you're breaking the illusion.
Yeah. Oh shit.
He's not a cat.
Ain't no way.
That's so sick, man. I really hope this it goes well for you, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, super exciting.
I mean, I think all of us have worked with you actually.
Yeah.
So it's been a pleasure.
Oh, yeah. I want to tell
Yeah.
a story.
Yeah, okay,
because
okay.
the first time we officially worked together
Yeah.
was, of course, on the Hoyoverse project.
Yep.
But we were judges for the Star Rail fan competition.
Which I'm judging this year, by the way.
We're judging this year.
sick.
Holy
Hey.
shit, you are so much more qualified than we were.
I was shocked. I was like, "You're getting us to judge this shit? Like, we can barely draw."
It didn't really feel fair. I felt bad because I'm like, who am I to judge?
Yeah,
You-
totally.
But you have a gut reaction to things at the very least. You know, it's
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's right.
But I remember, so for that competition, Dylan made a fan animation with basically our characters from Star Rail.
Yeah.
Basically like the vagrants that we
Yeah,
cameoed
yeah.
as.
Yeah.
And the animation was already like pretty much done, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we were working on it for a while before.
Yeah. So we basically had to dub it, right? And so you basically recorded the exact cadence of how the lines were meant to sound.
Yeah.
And most like what I expected was just like, okay, just like a cold read of the line.
Yeah.
But he somehow basically did an impression of all three of us. And got our cadence down perfectly.
I was like, I don't think this needs dubbing. He's done it.
Yeah. So to explain a little bit about that process, about why that had to happen, it's because like the animators had to lip sync the audio, before we got the actual recordings. Because I actually asked, Hoyoverse, like, do we have a schedule for like, the recordings and stuff? And they're like, oh, like we don't really know when that's gonna happen. And I was like, okay, I understand.
Right.
So I was like, the only way we're gonna get like an accurate performance from the animators is if I study you guys and figure out how you guys talk, and then make that just good enough for people to actually get the idea.
It was
across.
really entertaining hearing you trying to do an Australian accent.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I'm not gonna pretend like it was good, bro. Yeah, I tried my best, dude.
No, it was good. It was funny. I was like, okay, I just have to do exactly that.
I was like, God damn, this is Joey right now.
Yeah, I'm sure it was very convincing. Yeah, but yeah, that was fun. The thing is, like, if I didn't do that, like, if I was just like reading it as like me, like I feel like like there wouldn't be laughter at the right times. There wouldn't be like an expression at the right time, or even just like the poses and stuff would feel different.
Yeah.
Because the energy would be different, So I was just like, I gotta put on my acting glasses, which animators apparently all have.
Yeah.
But never show anyone. So that's what I had to do. It was just part of the job, But I'm glad you guys liked it.
I mean, dude, it made our jobs way easier. So thank you for that.
It was funny.
Yeah.
I appreciated your take on everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how you made his voice a lot lower.
Yeah, you made his voice a lot lower, a lot more pompous as well. from what I remember.
It was just gone, but just
That is me. That is me.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, that was a fun project to work on.
Yeah, it turned out really well.
Yeah.
I thought it was really fun animation. It'll probably be on screen now, and maybe
Yeah,
show you
yeah, check it out. It's fun.
And then I also did the thing with Mouse as well. And that was fun. You did that voice too.
I did
And
do that
was
voice.
fun. And that was really funny as well.
Yeah,
It was like me, but more British. I was like, damn, he's got it.
Yeah, that was like that sounds like the main takeaway. So we're gonna do that now. Yeah,
That was fun though. But that animation was crazy.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That one actually, I think my favorite part about that was writing it, because the story for that one was a lot of fun. It was just like this really like character-driven story for like 5 minutes, which we don't really get to do as much because we usually do fight stuff, and like that one was a little bit less fight-oriented. We had some fights in there still, because of course,
Yeah.
But it was so much more like emotional than we usually do, which I really like to lean into.
And the music video was great.
Yeah, thank you.
The music
I'm
video
glad.
was crazy.
Yeah.